Cruise ships look like floating paradises, but one wrong move can cost you hundreds or get you kicked off mid-voyage. Here are 17 cabin mistakes passengers keep making and how to avoid them. Minibars aren't covered by drink packages. They're pricey. Some even auto-charge when you lift an item. Ask your steward to empty the minibar on day 1, or request it locked. Snap a photo of the inventory. Bring your own sealed drinks. Order from the bar or room service instead. Check your folio daily to catch surprise charges before they stick. Smoking in your cabin on the balcony can trigger alarms, rack up heavy fines, get you disembarked. Sensors catch vapor candles, incense, don't risk it. Check the ship map for designated smoking zones. They're the only safe, permitted spots. If a neighbor's smoke drifts your way, call guest services, don't confront. Bottom line, keep cabins smoke-free to protect your trip and your wallet. Don't souvenir the robe or towels they're tracked. Many ships tag linens with RFID housekeeping audits, what leaves your cabin, missing items. Charges on your account, often more than buying the merch. Pool towels are scanned at checkout. Fail to return, expect a fee. Tip: bring a quick-dry travel towel or buy the branded robe in the gift shop. Before packing, double-check drawers. Balcony chairs. Don't toss ship towels in your bag, keep it simple. Use return, avoid surprise charges. Want to deck out your cabin? Skip tape putty suction cups, they strip paint and rack up repair fees. Cruise walls are steel, use magnets only, rubber or felt back to avoid scratches. Keep it light, paper banners, printed signs, itinerary cards. No balloons, glitter or string lights, fight and show. Fighter and fire or strange and show. Costacker code, o bine. Don't cover safety placards, peepholes, thermostats. Some lines ban door decor entirely. Check policy. Pro tip: pack 6 to 8 medium magnets and 2 magnetic hooks. Fast cleanup, 0 charges.
All right, let's talk about a classic cruise dilemma. You're halfway through your amazing voyage. You've worn all your favorite outfits, and then it hits you. You're out of clean socks, or that one shirt you wanted to wear again has a small stain. The sink in your cabin bathroom looks so convenient, doesn't it? It seems like a quick, easy solution. You might be tempted to do a little hand washing, just a few small items. But before you turn your cabin into a makeshift laundromat, I have one crucial piece of advice for you. Don't. It might seem harmless, but this seemingly simple act can spiral into a series of problems you definitely don't want on your vacation. Here's why it matters so much. Cruise ships operate on highly specialized sensitive graywater systems. These are closed-loop networks designed to handle water from showers and sinks, but they are not built to process the kind of debris that comes from washing clothes. Think about the lint from a cotton t-shirt or a pair of fuzzy socks, or the sand and dirt from clothes you wore on a shore excursion. Even the soap suds themselves, especially from concentrated travel detergents, can build up and refuse to break down. These materials accumulate in the narrow pipes and can cause a serious clog, not just for you, but for your neighbors too. When that happens, you'll have to make an embarrassing call to maintenance. And if they determine your laundry session caused the blockage, you could be looking at hefty damage fees charged directly to your onboard account. Beyond the plumbing, there's the issue of water damage. Your cabin is not designed for air-drying clothes. Dripping garments create puddles on the floor, which is a serious slip-and-fall hazard. That constant moisture can seep into the cabinetry, causing the wood to swell, warp, and delaminate. And in the warm, enclosed environment of a cabin, it's the perfect recipe for mildew and mold growth, leaving your room with a musty, unpleasant smell for the rest of your trip. Now, let's talk about where you might be tempted to hang these wet clothes. The absolute biggest don't is hanging anything from the fire sprinklers. This is a massive safety violation. The weight can damage the sprinkler head, and in a real emergency, it could prevent it from deploying correctly. Another forbidden spot is the balcony railing. Not only is it a safety risk, items can easily blow overboard and become marine debris, but it's also against the rules on every cruise line. Violating these safety rules isn't taken lightly. You can expect an immediate visit from security and an instant, non-negotiable fine. It's a surefire way to put a damper on your vacation. So, what should you do instead? Your best and safest bet is to use the ship's designated laundry facilities. Most ships have self-service laundromats, complete with washers, dryers, and soap dispensers. It's a small cost for a huge convenience. If you'd rather not spend your time doing chores, use the ship's wash and fold service. You just stuff everything into a bag, and it comes back to you clean and neatly folded. Look out for mid-cruise laundry specials, which can be a great deal. Pro tip: the real solution starts at home. When packing, prioritize fabrics that are lightweight and quick-drying, like merino wool or modern synthetics. Pack a small, dedicated laundry bag to keep dirty clothes separate, and bring enough socks and underlayers to last the entire trip. This planning completely eliminates the need for risky sink washing sessions. If you absolutely must rinse something, say a small, fresh stain from a drop of wine, keep the operation minimal. Use the tiniest bit of soap and water. Crucially, place a drain strainer over the drain first to catch any potential lint. Then, wring the item out as thoroughly as possible right over the drain. The only acceptable place to dry it is on the retractable clothesline built into your shower. It's designed for this exact purpose. Never hang items on light fixtures, which is a fire hazard, or on air vents, which blocks airflow, or over furniture, which causes that water damage we talked about. The takeaway here is simple. By respecting the ship's systems and rules, you save yourself time, money, and a whole lot of potential trouble. Protecting the plumbing and preventing moisture damage means you'll avoid repair charges and keep your cabin a fresh, clean, and relaxing sanctuary for your entire cruise.
Open your cabin door and the balcony door together and you've built a wind tunnel. Pressure rushes through, slamming doors like sledgehammers. Belongings go airborne. Hats, papers, phones straight overboard. Fingers get pinched. Glass can crack. Salt air and humidity flood the room. The AC gets overloaded. Condensation, mildew, potential damage fees. Many lines treat prop doors as a safety violation. Expect a crew warning. Expect a fine. Do this instead. Keep one door closed while you open the other. Secure loose items before cracking the balcony. Step outside and close behind you. Want fresh air? Briefly vent the balcony door. Never prop doors or defeat latches. Bottom line, no wind tunnels, no injuries, no charges. Looks calm out here, but one swell, one gust, and a slick rail becomes a launch ramp. Never sit, never stand, never climb. Don't stack chairs, don't lean ladders. After drinks, balance drops and accidents spike. Keep the selfies inside the rail, not over it. Hold phones with a wrist strap. Keep both feet flat and your weight inside the balcony. Secure hats, secure towels, secure menus, nothing overboard. Tossing items can mean fines and reports. Keep kids and curious hands away from the edge. Lock the balcony when you're not out there. Step back. Use the door frame for stability. Zoom your camera. Bottom line, respect the rail. No leaning, no climbing, no risks, no charges. Alright, let's move on to hack number 8. This one is all about mastering the art of privacy on a bustling cruise ship, and it centers on that little piece of cardboard hanging on your door, the Do Not Disturb sign. Using it correctly is more nuanced than you might think, and it's crucial for balancing your personal space with the ship's essential safety procedures. Think of it less as a command, and more as a conversation with the crew. First and foremost, understand this: that D&D sign isn't a magical force field. In the post-2017 era, following incidents that highlighted guest safety concerns, almost all major cruise lines and hotel chains updated their policies. They have a duty of care, which means they are legally and ethically obligated to ensure the well-being of every passenger on board. So, why does this matter to you? Because leaving that sign untouched for a full 24-hour cycle automatically triggers a welfare check. This isn't the crew being nosy, it's a non-negotiable safety protocol. They need to verify that you are safe and sound. An unresponsive cabin could indicate a medical emergency, a slip and fall, or another serious issue. Their primary goal is your safety. So what should you do if you genuinely want uninterrupted privacy? The simplest method is to briefly remove the sign once every day. Just take it off the handle for a few minutes while you're in the room. This simple action resets that 24-hour security clock and signals to the crew that everything is okay. A more direct approach is to call guest services. Let them know you're fine, but would prefer not to be disturbed for the day. They will log "privacy requested" in their system, which communicates your wishes to both housekeeping and security, preventing unnecessary knocks. Let's walk through a typical scenario. You hang the sign out because you want to sleep in. Housekeeping will see it during their morning rounds and will likely skip your cabin. They might pass by again in the afternoon. If the sign is still there, they'll make a note. However, if that sign remains untouched into the next morning, you can absolutely expect a knock on your door. It will be a security officer, not housekeeping. They will announce themselves as performing a welfare check, and if they don't get a response, they are authorized to use a master key to enter your cabin for your own safety. Now for a pro tip, if your ship is modern and features an electronic privacy light system, always use that instead of the paper hanger. These systems are directly wired into the crew's master system. When you press that button, it logs your request electronically, making it official and far more reliable. Paper signs, on the other hand, are notoriously flimsy. They can easily fall off the handle, get accidentally flipped over to the please service room side by a passerby, or even become the target of hallway pranks by bored teenagers. An electronic sign eliminates all that uncertainty. Here's a critical don't. Do not leave the secondary interior latch or security bar engaged for days on end while you're away. This physically prevents entry, even with a master key. If security needs to perform a welfare check and finds the door latched from the inside, it immediately escalates the situation and triggers a more urgent security protocol. They will assume a serious emergency and may have to force entry. Only use that latch when you're inside the room and want immediate short-term security. Another major don't: never use the D&D sign as a signal that you're ashore. It might seem clever, like you're making it look like someone is in the room to deter theft. But experienced thieves look for exactly these kinds of patterns. A D&D sign left up all day, a breakfast card that hasn't been collected, or a service room sign left out for hours are all indicators that a cabin is unoccupied. These are rookie mistakes that make your room a target, not protect it. So, what if you just prefer quiet time and don't need daily service? Many cruise lines now have apps or in-cabin tablets. Use the messaging feature to contact housekeeping directly. You can request a specific service window like, please service our room between 2 and 4 p.m., or ask for service every other day. This is clear, efficient, and respects everyone's time. It's also vital to remember that emergencies override all signs and requests. During mandatory safety drills, general alarms, or if there's a facility issue like a water leak originating from your cabin's area, the crew has the authority to enter. Your D&D sign becomes irrelevant when the safety of the ship or other passengers is at stake. A quick note for those traveling with children: it's a good habit to remove the D&D sign completely at night before you go to sleep. Why? Because curious tiny hands have a funny habit of waking up at dawn and flipping that sign to please service room. You might get a much earlier wake-up call from housekeeping than you ever intended. So, what's the money and time-saving takeaway here? The bottom line is to communicate. Proactive communication with guest services or housekeeping saves you from unwanted interruptions and saves the crew from spending valuable time on unnecessary welfare checks. Remember the simple rule: rotate the sign or make a call once a day. Understand that prolonged, unexplained silence will always trigger a safety check. By using the D&D sign smartly, you ensure your privacy while fully cooperating with the protocols designed to keep everyone on board safe. Candles and incense are banned. Open flame equals evacuations, fines, and confiscation. Smoke and vapor can trip detectors. Even smokeless incense oil warmers get you flagged. Skip lighters, matches, wax warmers, plug-in heaters, fire hazards all, safe swaps. Battery LED candles, non-alcohol reed diffusers, light fabric spray, sealed scent sachets. Want ambiance? Dim the cabin lights, use a portable LED lantern, and keep it all unplugged when you leave. Bottom line: no flame, no heat, no smoke. Stay scent smart, avoid the fine, enjoy the vibe. Only flush the 3 Ps: pee, poo, paper. Don't flush wipes, even flushable, diapers, tampons, pads, cotton rounds, hair, condoms, meds. Bin them. Cruise ships use vacuum plumbing. One wrong flush can clog lines, trigger backups, and hit you with fines. Wrap hygiene items, bag them, use the bin. Ask your steward for extra liners if you need them. Seasick? Use paper only. Keep the lid closed before you flush. Strong suction. Do it right, avoid the mess, and save everyone's day. Irons, travel steamers, extension cords, surge-protected power strips. Hard no. Fire hazards. Security will seize them. Fines are real. Items go to the naughty room till disembarkation. Need wrinkle help? Use the ship's laundry, or the pressing service, or hang clothes in a steamy bathroom. Door closed. Power up safely, use ship-approved outlets, USB ports, or non-surge power cubes if allowed. Check your lines list before you pack. Bottom line, no heat plates, no surge. Stay compliant, stay safe. Posting in real time can broadcast your empty cabin to thieves. Never show cabin numbers, never show keycards, never show wristbands, blur or crop them out, kill geotags and live location, set stories to friends only, or delay posts, save the photo dump for after disembarkation. Travel safe. Share, later, not live. Shakurban share. Being rude can get you flagged. Notes on your file, slower service, even security if you escalate. Be human. Greet them, keep walkways clear, and request, don't demand. Tip $5 per guest per night, more if they go above and beyond. Ask for extras on day one, bundle requests, and use the app for issues, not the hallway. Hang service please, when you're out, thank them by name, and leave a short thank you note on the last night. Respect goes further than complaints ever will. Never leave young kids unattended in the cabin or hallways. Cruise lines have strict policies. Security will do welfare checks. You can be disembarked at the next port. Use the kids club, vetted sitters, sail with another adult for tag team coverage. Confirm age limits and curfews on day one. No balcony alone. No pool alone. No, they're napping while I grab food. That's a hard no. Set check-in times. Wristbands with cabin number. Use the app for location alerts if offered. Safety first. Always. Think the cabin safe is foolproof? It's not. Change the default PIN the moment you board. Master codes exist. Passports, jewelry, big cash use, guest services, vault, or a portable lockbox. Split valuables between travel partners. Keep a decoy wallet for quick grabs. Photograph contents before locking. Use tamper-evident bags for peace of mind. Keep meds and daily cards on you. Safes can fail or be opened for maintenance. Pro tip: AirTags in a bag. Not the metal safe signal can't escape. Bottom line, so one chura wow, it's when so one bow in den bow can derikin di bow. By Jewel Dow in Dan Spurstern and Beaver Awi Bow in Dow Gord, not a fortress. Guard the essentials. Hack number 16 is a crucial one. Avoiding the temptation of drinking too much in your cabin. It seems like the perfect plan, right? You've brought your allotted bottle of wine or champagne, you're saving money on expensive bar tabs, and you have your own private space to kick back with friends. What could possibly go wrong? Well, as it turns out, a whole lot. Turning your cabin into a private party zone is one of the fastest and most surefire ways to completely derail your vacation. Let's break down why this seemingly smart move can backfire spectacularly, affecting your safety, your wallet, and your ability to even stay on the ship. First, let's talk about the most immediate consequence: noise. Cruise ship cabins are not soundproof. Those walls are thinner than you think, and sound travels easily, especially late at night. What feels like a fun, low-key gathering inside your room can sound like a full-blown nightclub to your neighbors who are trying to sleep. This inevitably leads to noise complaints. Your neighbors won't hesitate to call guest services, and that's when the official process begins. A knock on your door from ship security is the first sign your night is taking a turn. It's not a friendly keep it down request, it's an official warning. They will take down your names and cabin number, creating a formal record of the incident. Most cruise lines operate on a tiered warning system. The first complaint might get you a verbal warning. A second one often results in a formal written warning slipped under your door. A stark, official notice that you're on thin ice. If the behavior continues, you'll be summoned to a meeting with the hotel director or the head of security. This is the final strike. At this point, they have every right to enforce the terms of your cruise contract, which can lead to confinement to your cabin, or, in the worst-case scenario, disembarkation at the very next port. Imagine being forced off the ship in a foreign country, with no flight home and no hotel booked, all because of a party that got out of hand. It's a vacation-ending nightmare that is entirely avoidable. Beyond noise, there are serious safety risks. The combination of a private balcony and excessive alcohol is incredibly dangerous. Your coordination and judgment are impaired, making a fall overboard a terrifyingly real possibility. Never, ever sit, stand, or lean on the balcony railings, especially after drinking. If you or your friends feel even slightly unsteady, the safest thing you can do is lock the balcony door for the night. Do not take the risk. Similarly, sleep it off in your bed, never in a chair on the balcony. Then there's the physical toll. Alcohol is a diuretic which leads to dehydration. Combine that with the constant subtle motion of the ship, and you have a perfect recipe for the world's worst case of seasickness. You'll feel dizzy, nauseous, and utterly miserable, ruining your next day's plans. The best defense is a good offense. For every alcoholic drink you have, drink a full glass of water. It's a simple rule that makes a world of difference. To give yourself an extra boost, pack some electrolyte, powders, or tablets and add them to your water before you go to sleep. Now let's talk about the financial hangover. Those late-night minibar raids can add up with terrifying speed. A single miniature bottle of liquor can cost $10 to $15. A few of those, and you've spent the equivalent of a specialty dinner. Make it a habit to check your onboard account on your cabin TV or the cruise line's app every single day. This helps you keep track of your spending and avoid a massive, unexpected bill at the end of your cruise. But the costs don't stop there. If you get sick in your cabin, you're not just dealing with a mess. Cruise lines will charge you a biohazard cleanup fee, which can be hundreds of dollars. This isn't a standard cleaning. It requires specialized staff and equipment. And if that mess happens in a public area like a hallway, the fine can be even bigger. It's an embarrassing and expensive consequence. Excessive drinking can also lead to blackouts, and that's when you start losing things. Forgetting where you put your phone or wallet is one thing, but misplacing your passport or cruise key card is a major problem. A lost key card is a security risk, and a lost passport can prevent you from disembarking at ports or even flying home. Keep your essential items in one designated secure spot in your cabin before you start drinking. Finally, if things go really wrong, you might end up in the ship's medical center. Alcohol poisoning is serious and treatment isn't free. A late-night visit for an IV drip to rehydrate you can cost a significant amount of money, as your regular health insurance likely won't cover it. You'll need travel insurance, but even then it's a stressful and painful way to spend your vacation. So, here's your pro tip. Treat your cabin like your home, not a bar. Have a drink, relax, but know your limits. Always use the buddy system. Make a pact with your friends to look out for each other, and ensure no one is left to drink alone. Eat a solid meal before you start. Set a firm cutoff time for yourself, and switch to water an hour or two before you plan to sleep. If you ever feel a situation is getting out of hand, don't hesitate to call guest services for non-emergency help. They would much rather help you de-escalate a situation than have security show up later. The money-saving takeaway is simple. A night of overindulgence can cost you hundreds or even thousands in fees, medical bills, or the price of an early flight home. Buzzed is fine, blitzed is expensive, dangerous, and a risk not worth taking. Thinking of skipping the safety drill? Don't. It's mandatory and enforced. Miss it, and your key card can be deactivated, purchases blocked, fines issued, or you could be removed at the next port. Know your muster letter on your key card. Know the route on the cabin door map. Know the general emergency signal. 7 short blasts, 1 long. Show up on time. Device on silent. Pay attention. Don't bring life jackets unless told. Learn your nearest stairwell. Elevators may be offline in emergencies. E-muster still requires check-in with crew. No check-in, no sail for you. 2 minutes now beats panic later. Do the drill. Protect everyone's vacation. Quick hits to end strong. Review your onboard account nightly and dispute charges before disembarkation. Keep valuables out of sight or in the safe for short-term only. Never broadcast your cabin number or live location. Follow crew instructions, signage, and safety notices. No shortcuts. Use "Do Not Disturb" sparingly. Let housekeeping in to spot issues early. Secure balcony doors, power down non-essentials, and keep heat sources out. Thank your cabin stewards. Respect goes a long way. Do the drill, stay aware, and sail smart. Which mistake surprised you the most? Comment below. Subscribe for more cruise secrets the crew won't tell you, and share this to keep your next cruise safe and stress-free. Bon voyage, and better safe than stuck in a lifeboat.